Okay, so this is like more of a question of like why are players falling off, and what I'm referring to here particular is that Hierro card because I don't know who's been telling everyone, but everyone's been banging on about this card being a good centre back. And look, he was never good. His price basically says everything. The fact he's only 170k. At the end of the day, look, I know higher rated cards and stuff like that, but the market will really dictate the price of these cards. He's not worth even 200k. Now, is this card good? I think defensively, he's good, okay? But the problem is that as time goes on, this card is good, for example, in the first month, then the card is too slow. In fact, 81 sprint speed, I don't even use that after the first month. After the first month, I've gone to 83, 84 sprint speed. By December, I'm looking at realistically, to be completely honest, I'm looking at that point, I don't even know, 90s. Look, for example, like this Kunde, like have a look at my defensive line just to give you a bit of an example, right? 87, 89, 91. That is my back line, okay? Even on my sub bench, I got 89, 92. You can play center back as well. 93. So what I'm trying to say is not only is it important for your opponent, for yourself, it's for your opponent. Now naturally, as players go on, like we're seeing this Ranieri card. Look how overpowered he is, guys. Look, just check out his evolutions. And let's say we did, for example, methodical midfielder. Oh, I don't want this one. But let's just say, for example, if we use like Ranieri, right? And then we had, for example, some of his cards. What am I looking at? Ethan Ranieri over here. Now, I know it's probably not going to show, but anyway, look. I showed it yesterday. Like his stats just on the first one gets him to 89. The second stage 2 gets him to 90s, and the stage 2 will get him to 94, 95. So what I'm trying to say is, whereas this card, maybe I would say time ago you would have gotten away with him, you can't get away with him now. Now, I think people are you thinking he's good. Now, the thing is, after the patch, pace is even more important. So the direction of where the game is going, you need, in my honest opinion, 95, 90 sprint speed, 95 with a shadow is ideally what you should be going for. 90 sprint speed is what you should have minimum, in my opinion. 85 sprint speed, I wouldn't go that low. I mean, you can if you've got no option, but 85 sprint speed, I'm going with. And don't forget, 85 sprint speed, it's still not that big. So I'm realistically looking at 90 sprint speed. And remember, if this card is so good, why don't all the pro players use this card? They don't, and they can't, and they won't because the card is too slow. Look at all the pro teams now. No one is playing a card below 85 sprint speed. There's no chance. Because his defending is very, very good. And for example, he's 6'2". I think he gives the illusion that he's good because he's quite tanky. He's got okay playstyle. He's got block and intercept, which are the main ones, and aerial. Anticipate is decent. So then intercept. So these are probably the top 3 ones. Bruiser, if you're not advanced defending, I don't think it's even that much of a big difference. But the point I'm trying to say is people don't know if this card is good because they're psychologically locked into this card and they think he's better than he is. If you play a card with like 89 sprint speed, you're going to be thinking, oh, Hierro is better in certain things. And that might be right. But the thing is, even with this, right? Even with this card over here, even if whatever he's good at, someone like Van der Ven, for example, like let's say, for example, this Van der Ven will probably save you more goals in the long run without the playstyles just because of the meta of through balls and getting it behind and pace. Now, if you want someone really, really cheap, I say Dunk is a very, very good card. He's got block, a bit better sprint speed. He's same price, 6'4", and this will give you a similar feeling, you could argue, to Hierro. Now, one thing I want to show you here, I'm going to type in Kunde. My opinion, well, the best centre backs in my opinion, especially if you're struggling right now, Maldini, the Jockey Playstyle Plus, he's bloody gone up again. Thought he went down, he went back up again. And then we have Eder Militao. He slightly went down again, then he went back up. Militao is this 90 sprint speed, 90 defensive awareness jockey playstyle. But you could actually achieve this very, very easily. You know, I've got the Rule Breaker Kunde. I actually evoed my Kunde. So you can see my Kunde here. This is my content creator account. I have the Rule Breaker on my main account. But let's say, for example, like here, I got an 87 rated, waiting for him to get evolved again. Look, just for 87 rated, look, to be honest, I should have evolved. I should have got the rest of the playstyles. Ignore that. I forgot to do it on this account. I'm running so many bloody accounts, honestly. It's so hard to catch up with what I'm doing. Anyway, 87 sprint speed, 87 defensive awareness, and you could see I basically got him practically for free. Now, if you've got the money, go ahead and get this card. There's only a few finite players with a jockey playstyle. Realistically, how many of them can play centre back? This guy's actually a decent card, this new card. 200k, not bad height as well, 6 foot. 91 defensive awareness, 84 sprint speed. I would say probably maybe still airing on a bit on the too slow. More is too slow as well. 80 sprint speed is too slow. And that is why Maldini and Militao really go up. But look, the jockey playstyle is very, very good. It makes the play even better. But anyway, I'm rambling on a bit here. But the point I'm trying to say is, look, be careful who you're taking advice from, right? And remember, a lot of the times that you see these pro events, these teams that they use, they are restricted to use certain teams because of promotion. So like, I think it's like, if we go FC Pro Open, once again, requirements team, I think the way EA do it is, this is going to be the entry to the ladder. This is not really going to help us. But like they have, I'm not even actually sure to get it, but they have certain requirements where they may ask you to play like a winter wild card, for example. I'm trying to see if I can find this. Here it is. So look, with FC Pro Open of 8 players, we dive into there. What's the pro draft? Okay, look, so you can see, look. Players in the final expect as many coins as they like on their squad. The starter must contain a minimum of 4 SBCs. So now they're forced to use some of these cards. You see that? And I know this is just a draft preview as an example, right? But I just want to make the point that sometimes when they're choosing these teams and they're making these selections, you got to bear in mind what's actually going on. So like, I think there was one where like they had to use 2 winter wild cards. I don't know the exact setup, whatever it is, but they had to use certain things. I can't remember what it was. They had to use certain cards and whatever, and then have like a budget. So they can't, like, you know, Elise is a good card for the price performance, but you can see all Haaland and Stam. Can you see anyone here with 80 sprint speed? The only thing is Company, and to be honest, this is what I say with Company, right? First of all, Company has 86 sprint speed. So although his base card looks bad, his sprint speed is actually high. Then second of all, adding everything on top, these guys are pro players, best of the best of the best. Can't even speak. So if they make mistakes and they can't recover, how are you going to make a mistake and recover? You're not a pro player. But you can see, look here, unless there's a specific reason, no one is using anyone here but 80 sprint speed. So Hierro, bench him. Whoever has convinced the entire community to use Hierro, go into politics because you influence on masses at a different level. That's my advice.